Hi, Jim from Canada here with a message for our friends in Maine. I'm sure you've heard a lot of the news lately. Blah, 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 tariffs, blah, 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 border security, blah, 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 blah. Let's try to understand this. So, tariffs are paid by the consumer, not the producer. It's by the consumer. So, Maine imports about $5 billion every year from Canada. Slap a 25% tariff on that, that would be $1.25 billion that the good people of Maine will have to pay. And where do you think that some of that money is going to go to? You guessed it. Party Central. Open on weekends and on holidays. Now, I'm sure they'll tell you, well, we're going to put money back in your pocket. The best way to put money in your pocket is not to take it in the first place. I'm sure most of you recognize this. What the heck is this? What's a squiggly line here? You call that a border? What? You're drinking vodka one day, whiskey the next day, trying to decide where to go. I think we were going over. No, we were going over. Today we'll just go over there. Not too bad here. A straight line. Back to the squiggly. Somebody had a good idea here. And then it goes back to whatever. If you're part of Canada, you'd only have one border. One straight line like this. A bit of curve here, but a nice straight line. And remember, bullets fly in a straight line. Just thought I'd point that out to you. But you say, well, wait a minute. Don't Canadians pay a lot of income tax? We do pay more income tax than you do. But let's see what you get for it. Let's say you're cutting down that tree and it doesn't go exactly planned. Or maybe you're not as skilled with a skill saw as you thought you were. Or maybe baby Jane is coming 2 weeks early and you're visiting the in-laws. What do? You have to go to ER. So you get out the map, you decide health insurance, medical expenses, co-pay, let's go, this is possible here, maybe this one over here. Honey, you haven't started the car yet. Yeah, I know, I'm looking at the map trying to decide which hospital. In Canada, go to the hospital that's nearest to you, or go to the one you want. We don't have cash registers in our hospitals. And another thing you'll get is one of these. No longer will you have to sew a Canadian flag on your backpack when you're trekking through Europe. Just whip this out and say, hey, look, I am a real Canadian, eh? Not quite convinced yet? Let's look at some stats. So Maine has a population of about 1.4 million in a sea of 335 million. In Canada, you'd be 1.4 million in about 42 million. So your electoral college has about 538 college votes. Maine gets 4. And 3 out of those 4 didn't vote for the person who's presently in office. Your neighbor to the east, New Brunswick, has a population of about 860,000. They send 10 people to Ottawa to sit in the House of Commons. That's 10 people out of 338 seats. Maine sends how many to the House of Representatives? That would be 2. 2 out of 435. Look, we're not going to send in the troops because we need a shorter route between Montreal and Halifax. We're not going to mock Janet Mills and call her the premier of the great province of Maine. We don't want to rename that big body of water to the south of you the Gulf of Canada. We don't want to intentionally ruin your economy and have you on your knees going, oh, please, don't do that to us. Come get what you want. No, please, take whatever you want. We'll do whatever you say. No. We want you to stand up. Be proud to be from Maine. have a voice. Look, in 1820 you left Massachusetts, so you're already halfway there. How about it, Maine? I'll meet you at Tim Hortons and I'll buy you coffee and a donuts. Ah, heck, I'll throw in some Timbits too. À la prochaine. See you next time. Thanks.